Top producing agents plan a plan, they work a schedule, and they know what's happening ahead of time. Hi, this is Brian Eisenhower, and welcome to our module on your monthly plan. And this has to do with planning and scheduling in real estate. And to me, this is a huge importance to real estate agents. Where they often fall down is they don't have a plan. They do not have a schedule. To me, it's a very important aspect of time management, is looking at the big picture of your business and seeing where you spend your time. And you're going to see that, especially for new agents or agents that don't have a lot of business right now, they really have no excuse for not devoting a tremendous amount of their time in their calendar towards generating new business. Most people, their big goal in real estate is, I need more business. That's at least a big part of their goals, is I want more income. I want to increase my income. Someone's going to, try to generate business 2 hours a day. That's 5 days a week. That's only 10 hours of, let's say, a 40-hour work week. That's only 25% of the time spent on business generation. That still leaves you, 30 hours a week on customer service. 30 hours a week on customer service, my goodness, you should easily be able to handle 5 to 10 pending transactions during that time. Very easy. Now, if you have no pending transactions and no business, and your goal, or you need more money, or your goal is to increase your income, I would consider devoting all of your time towards skill development and business generation. And that's what I recommend of all new agents in the first few months on the job. We should really devoting the vast majority of our time to offense, not defense. We really want to be trying to get business. Top producing agents plan a plan. They work a schedule, and they know what's happening ahead of time. So they are going to plan out the times, the days that they are doing skill development, the time of the day that they are lead generating, prospecting, and working on moving their practice forward towards their predetermined goals. So to do that, we map it out for you. Now in your materials, it is very important you follow closely along in your workbook on these materials. And go ahead and flip through the intro pages on your materials till you get to our week 1 calendars. And you can start to see in week 1 how we expand week 1 in layers. We're going to start expanding and adding more offense in there as we learn more tasks over time. You're going to see in the day we actually start out with something that might be a little corny to a lot of you, and that's some motivational resuscitation, where we're actually doing some sort of affirmation first thing in the morning, whether that's meditation, whether it's motivational affirmations, whether it's praying. I recommend doing one of the above. Oftentimes it doesn't happen otherwise, because it's very important that this is a very difficult business if you haven't learned that already. It's very hard to make yourself consistently try to generate business. This is not collecting a paycheck, and you're going to find that collecting a paycheck, when you just get paid every 2 weeks, it's okay to just go to work and zone out, or limp through the day, or be on Facebook, or just kind of wait till 5 o'clock happens. But you're a business owner now that you're in real estate, so with that comes pressure. And it's very important that we don't necessarily get paid every 2 weeks. So we're going to have to do activities to ensure that we do get paid. So if we move forward to week 1 in your workbook with this module, you can see we start off with that motivational resuscitation to create balance in life, to create a clear mind and a positive mindset and outlook before we start trying to get business. And then we can see in that week 1 in the practice, we actually start off with an hour and a half, 1.5 hours of actually practicing our scripts, okay? And there's lots of different scripts we could practice here. It could be listing presentation scripts. It could be contacts that we're going to make that day to our sphere of influence, about a client event we've got coming up, or we're gonna maybe call them to update our contact information. Could be to ask them if they know anybody looking to buy or sell real estate. Could just be to let them know that you just got your license and you're trying to get everybody's contact information. And would it be okay if they thought of you the next time they were thinking about buying or selling real estate, or would they mind referring you if they bumped into somebody that they knew wanted to buy or sell real estate? So could be practicing FSBO scripts, expired listing scripts, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Preview property door knocking scripts, you name it. Circle prospecting scripts. Whatever our script of the day is, it's important. Mastery is very important. We don't want to try to practice only on the fly when we're actually doing lead generation, because we're going to waste a lot of contacts. We want business, and we want business quickly. So let's go ahead and practice and master and refine, learn to recite and internalize these scripts so they become automatic to us, so we can be more effective at our conversion rates when we're actually using them on prospective clients, right? So we're going to start with that right off the bat. And then we're going to start to expand as we start to put lead generation into it, where we start adding at least an hour of prospecting in the morning. And it could be any of those lead generation sources we just talked about. And we're going to start using contact forms to track all the contacts we make, no matter what we're doing for lead generation. In our first week, I really like activating our sphere of influence. So that's why you'll see in my week 1, I have you really focusing on your sphere of influence, because those are people we know, they're advocates, they trust us, we have a lot of rapport with them, we need to update our contact information with them right away. So I really want us calling that SOI right away. Who we know, update the contact information, and let them know. I guarantee you somebody you know knows somebody or is about to bump into somebody that's thinking about buying or selling real estate. And if they receive a contact for you, we might get lucky and catch some low-hanging fruit right away and get a client to start working with, so we can get our first commission check really, really quickly. So we're going to really work on those SOI contacts heavy right now, because we need to activate everybody we know in our SOI right away. And then after that, we're going to do another hour and a half of more scripts practice as well, so we really start refining our skills very, very quickly. We also provide in your materials an SOI contact form that you can use to reach out, track who we've contacted, and obtain their contact information moving forward. As we move forward with week 1, we start to add and layer a little bit more on top of that, okay? So not only do we do that motivational resuscitation in the morning, the scripts practice for an hour and a half, and the hour of making 10 SOI contacts, now you see another hour of 20 contacts of prospecting for other sources as well too. We might be calling expired listings or doing circle prospecting, et cetera, so that we're actually reaching out and contacting new people that we don't know, so that we can at least build rapport with those people eventually, add them to our SOI, and they might be active leads that want to buy or sell right now as well too. So we start layering that on top. But then we also can see 3 days a week, we're going to actually start doing some previewing properties in the afternoons. So we're out there previewing property, knocking on doors, knocking on active listings. We have another course and module on previewing properties as well for you too, if you want to really delve into the scripts and methods behind that. And the alternate days, we're going to do lead generation follow-up with leads we generate. We stay in touch, we follow up, we keep trying to add value as well too. And we're going to prospect again in the preview for another hour. So look at that day. During the week, we're literally going to be doing scripts practice, an hour of prospecting with our SOI, an hour of prospecting from other sources, people we don't know. We're going to do another hour and a half of scripts practice. We're going to preview properties 3 days a week for the next hour, do lead generation follow-up on the other 2 days for that same hour. Then we're going to go into an hour of PM prospecting in the late afternoon, and then we're going to do lead generation follow-up from 5 to 7 o'clock at night, 3 days a week. That is an aggressive schedule, all bent on lead generation, lead follow-up, and skill development. So again, let's put these monthly plans to use. Let's start putting them in your Google calendars, and I want you to honor thy calendars, stick to the plan, keep yourself and your business focused on offense and generating business. Thanks again.